So, I love this magazine. This is Algarve Plus. I absolutely love it. I really do, because it's like such really great information. I loved it so much, I actually reached out to the owners of it, and I just had a fantastic coffee with them. But I was paging through this old copy. I think it's July 2022. This is Anyway, I found in this copy the Lagoa Wine Show. And I've always wanted to go to the wine farms in the Algarve, but never really got there. I mean, I've been to one or two, I think. I can't even remember. So I thought, well, why not? I mean, it's the obvious choice. There's like lots of wine in Portugal. Algarve wine scene has been up and coming for the last 10, 15 years. It's quite expensive stuff, actually, compared to the Alentejo and the Douro regions. Let me quickly mention that Portugal is filled with wine regions and some of the oldest wine regions in the world. Thank you so much to winetourism.com for this map. So hopefully you can see from this map that the Algarve is not the only wine region in Portugal. There are tons of others, and they're more common to the north. Alentejo is a large wine region as well. It's very popular, especially down here, especially with me. So let's go and check out the wine scene in the Algarve. My amazing assistant Lilia put together a list of all 30 wine farms in the Algarve, and then my cousin Chris and I set about planning this incredible afternoon at all these wine farms. We managed to plan one wine farm, so we started off at Quinta de Santos, had lunch there, and then while we were at lunch, we gave Morgado de Quintão a call. They managed to slot us in, and then at 5 o'clock I'd already pre-arranged a tasting at Quinta de Canhoto near Albufeira. So that doesn't sound like much. 3 wine farms in an afternoon, does it? It isn't? No, it's not much at all. Good morning, Chris. This is quite a good place to start off, huh?
Is it the morning? No, it's not morning anymore. It's acceptable.
This is my cousin. He's a little bit difficult. What is this? This was the...
I went for a Pilsner.
This is the Pilsner.
Kick off.
And this is the Pale Ale.
Yeah.
Okay, cheers again.
Indian Pale Ale, enjoy.
Now, because we're not allowed to do tasting here, we have to swap and do that.
I didn't want a stout anyway. I mean, not a stout fan.
I like mine, actually, because it's fuller. You want to try it?
Yeah.
Can't even remember what they are. They should have labels on them.
Indian Pale Ale.
You can tell that.
Yeah, I've had enough of that to know.
Ready?
Yeah.
What are we ready for?
I'll have a burger, I think.
Are you hungry?
Like yeah. Food,
I'm working up my appetite.
We've got to have some wine and food because we have to drive afterwards, so this is difficult. So Chris, do you know all the wine farms in the Algarve? Not all of them, just most of them.
A handful, no. I think this will be...
Okay, there's 24. So apparently there's 24. I don't know if this is updated. This is a couple of years ago this PDF was created. And there's 24 according to this thing. So there's like quite a few in Lagos, there's quite a few in Portimão, and in Lagoa and Silves, where we are right now, there's also quite a few. So we're down here, just near Lagoa. And then if you go across to the east, there's also a couple in Lolé, there's one near there, and there's one in Tavira as well. But I know that there are lots of small little ones popping up. So unfortunately, we can't do all of these wine farms today. I know you wanted to, Chris. You wanted to do all 24, didn't you?
One at each.
Yeah.
That's it.
So which of the other ones have you been to?
Top of the list, Morgado de Quintão.
Yeah.
Quinta de Francês.
Okay.
Quinta de Tour.
Have you been to Cliff Richard's one?
No. I'm saving that for a real special occasion.
But you know he's the singer, right?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
You've been to his concert, haven't you?
I might have accompanied someone to a concert.
It's nothing to be ashamed about. My wife had a poster of him on her wall when she was a kid. Cheers, Cliff.
Cheers. Caramel.
It's beer, bro. It's not caramel. So for the first, I don't know, like 20 years of me drinking beer, I was just drinking lager. Like I drank quite a lot of lager, actually.
Windhoek.
Windhoek lager, yeah, that's it. Lekker stuff.
Real cool.
And then all of a sudden this like craft beer explosion happened, and I was like, wow, this is interesting. And then tried tasting all these little craft beers, and I love it now. Well, I hope you enjoyed, Chris.
Yeah, it doesn't really compare to what you've got in front of you, fat pig.
Yeah, man. Arinto, is it?
I think she said Verdelho.
Yeah, Arinto Verdelho.
Yes.
And then we've got the rosé, which is the only one they've got there. And then the red wine is this Negro Malt.
Negro Malt as well.
Okay, so I go through the whole movement, right? Like when you're tasting wine, you gotta suck it into your mouth over your thing.
Over your tongue.
Yeah.
Mm.
There you go, sucking it over the tongue.
Let it oxygenate.
This is Quinta dos Santos. You can get them on quintadosantos.com, and it's a beautiful farm. To be fair, we just dropped in with no reservation in the middle of August, and they had a place for us, which was really cool. Be warned though, this place is not cheap. And they could only do the beer tasting at a certain time, not the time we were there. The wine tasting was just a few glasses with no explanation and 15 euros each for 3 sips. They could have been a little bit more flexible, but it really is a fantastic location, hanging right above the vineyards. And you've got to give it to them. It's a grand and well-produced project. I thoroughly recommend you visit this place. But do check them out beforehand and plan your day accordingly. And just bear in mind, this is a commercial wine farm. Chewing the grapes. Chris, stop eating the produce. It's $45 a bottle. On the other hand, Morgado do Quintão is much more like a family experience, and you can feel that they just love wine. But where is it? It's the weirdest thing as I drive past this area all the time. But the farm is hidden in a Bermuda Triangle of dirt roads. Once we did find it, it was fantastic. Ah, brilliant.
Stop number 2.
Yes,
we're only on 2.
This is only the second farm.
3
It's 3 o'clock.
p.m. We need to start earlier.
No, you got to budget for time here. So you reckon this is going to be better than stop 1?
I have a good feeling about this place.
Even though we've just driven through like 1,000
and it's
dirt
yeah,
roads.
I mean, it is the 4th time I've been here, so I mean, I'm pretty confident.
You got some insider knowledge.
Yeah, I know all the tasting notes. So when she said, when she's going to ask me, so what do you smell in this one? I'll know. The answer's chamomile.
Is she going to quiz us? That's a bit scary.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Last time was to celebrate their harvest, and they had a live band up here.
Right here?
Yeah, up there on the stage, and unlimited wine, all you can drink.
Wow. But it's harvest time right now.
Yeah, this was probably last October.
Such a fresh, relaxed and easygoing place. Plus the lady who hosted us, Lucia, was absolutely fabulous. She was a wealth of information, so inviting, and she squeezed us in between all the booked wine tours on the day, because we just called on the day. And honestly, I would so love to go back there for a proper wine and dinner experience outside amongst the trees, and you can do it at dinner or lunch.
So welcome to Morgado. This estate is 60 hectares long, big. 15 of which we have old vines, and then 8 new hectares that we've just planted with more varieties to blend with our new ones. Yeah.
Are the caramel flavors from the clay?
Yeah.
Because I can smell it.
Yeah, you're right.
Screams at me
You're
caramel.
right.
Love caramel.
That
So there's more and more
clay wine
producers
festival.
doing clay.
So more and more producers are becoming
sweet.
to make clay wine, and it's very different from the other ones.
Absolutely loving Quinta de Morgado. This
So
one.
now you're trying.
Morgado de Quintão is genuine and authentic, and I loved it. I didn't know that either. So, bem-vindo a... where are we? Quinta de Canhoto. Now, Quinta de Canhoto means left hand. And if you didn't know, I'm actually left-handed. So this is kind of like my spot. Quinta de Canhoto. Oh, there you go. Hang on. Do it. That's brilliant. That's brilliant, isn't it? That's the scene from Gladiator.
I'm going to play back the soundtrack.
So we're sitting down and waiting for Quinta de Canhoto, but they're actually gonna give us a wine tasting and some cheese and chorizo, and it looks really beautiful down here. I mean, look at this beautiful little spot where we're hanging out and waiting. They gave us some water. So we just got our first little batch here at Quinta de Canhoto, and this is
Algarve.
Antalvage. So Chris, what are you getting? What are you getting? Just give me a flavour, man. Come on.
Grassy root smells.
I'm thinking creme brulee, petrol,
That's
and matches. Like that sulfury feel.
delicious.
So what have we got here? Like Canhoto seleccionado.
This is a combination of Antovage and Colheito.
Quinta de Canhoto is great. I mean, it's a classic commercial wine experience, but the people are really wonderful and very, very warm. It's a family that's been running it for almost like 300 years. And their normal experience for minimum of 2 people is 18 euros per person, and that's approximately a 2.5 hour sort of tasting and tour session. So, and it's beautifully located, very, very close to Albufeira, so it's right to the center, but you don't get all the mess of Albufeira. It's out in the country, and it's on the main road, but it's incredible. I've driven past there so many times and haven't experienced the peace and quiet of that farm. It's lovely, really, really nice. So, recommend Quinta de Canhoto. We popped over to Gia and soaked up a big chicken dinner. As expected, half of Portugal was there to greet us. Chicken Gia used to be a reasonably priced experience at 5 euros per person. Now it's way more expensive than that. Just a quick note on the cost of living in Portugal, because I recently did a live with expats everywhere and honeymoon always, and we were talking about the cost of living. If you're moving here for cheap prices, please do your research first. You'll struggle to live very cheaply in Porto, Lisbon and the Algarve. Good value only applies if you're deep in the countryside. A quiet coffee on the beach before heading home was actually not so amazing, as we were sandwiched in between some hard-drinking tourists. I mean, I guess that's what Albufeira is there for. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed our epic wine farm visit. Did you? Let me know if you're a wine aficionado or just enjoy the fact that wine over here is really cheap. And it's fun figuring out the different regions and farms, etc. What would you like to know about wine in the Algarve? Just love to know. Let me know in the comments. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see you next time. AlgarveAddicts.com